In today's video, I will be talking about 3 important financial mindsets that I have learned from my mentors this past few years. And what I'm going to be simply doing is sharing them with you, and I hope that you get a lot of value from today's video. Welcome to the channel. It's Rophe. Nice to meet you. And if it's your first time here, I am Rophe. Rophe as in buffet. And if you already know me beforehand, then it is simply nice to see you again. So as I mentioned earlier in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 3 important financial mindsets. So let's get on with the video. The first important financial mindset that I have learned this past few years is stewardship. And when I say about stewardship, what I'm talking about is understanding that at the end of the day, God owns every single thing that you have. So if it is your first time meeting me, I'm a Christian. If you already knew that beforehand, then simply just be reminded. So I really believe that at the end of the day, everything that I have is belonging to God. Meaning, as a steward, it is my duty to make sure that whatever time, money, resources, and etc. that has been entrusted with me, I need to make sure that I use it in a manner that is pleasing to God. So, if you are not a Christian, what I would suggest is, simply just think long term with your resources. Use it in a manner that you know is gonna matter long term. I've also realized and I've noticed in my life that the more I was a good steward of whatever God has entrusted me with, as time passed, God has been entrusting me with more. So this is not to brag, it's just to serve as an illustration and as an example that stewardship really works. If you want to be entrusted with more, you need to be faithful with the little that you have as of now. Or if you have a lot right now already, good for you. What you can simply consider is to be a better steward of it so you can be entrusted with more in the coming future. So that wraps up our first point. All right. So the second important financial mindset that I have learned is understanding that at the end of the day, money is neutral. So what I'm talking about is money in itself is neutral. So I have no clue as to who it was who made it a thing that money is evil. It is not. The love of money is evil, but money on its own is neutral. So when I realized this, along with that, I also realized that money simply amplifies who you are as a person. So meaning if you watching this video, let's say you are a generous person at heart, I can be quite sure that as in the future, if you're gonna have more money, you're gonna be more generous with it. Meaning you're gonna be of help to people, you're gonna treat your friends and all that. So if you have this stigma that money is evil, let this video speak to you and make you reconsider your perspective on that. So that would be our second point. Money at the end of the day is simply neutral. And lastly, the third important financial mindset that I have learned from my mentors are actually 2 things, but I'm just gonna bundle them into number 3 to make things simpler. It is money is equivalent to value and money is equivalent to time. So I'm gonna explain each and every one of those. For money is equivalent to value, what that simply means is at the end of the day, we are paid based on the value we provide in the marketplace. So what that means for you and me is that if you want to make a lot of money, it's really best if you strive, and including me as well, we strive to be indispensable, meaning we are able to do certain things that not a lot of people are able to do. Because if that is the case, we can charge more for the value we provide because there aren't a lot of people who can do the thing that we are doing. And when I realized that from one of my mentors, it really set me on this personal development journey of continually growing myself, continually improving, so that I become a person of value. I become a person who I'm what wherein I'm able to do certain things that not a lot of people are able to do. So if it's your first time hearing that thought, that financial mindset, I suggest that you start your personal development journey. You start finding ways to make yourself indispensable. So maybe that could mean learning a new skill, maybe taking a new course. Whatever it is that you have in mind, I hope that you take action on it. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to be talking about money is equivalent to time. So I actually have 2 points in mind, but we'll see. Uh, we'll see in this recording if it's gonna make sense. So anyway, this is something that one of my mentors taught me, and it's to view money as time. And what he meant by that was, he said, example, if I were to hand you 1,000,000 pesos, I want you to think in terms of time, meaning you ask yourself that with this 1,000,000 pesos, how many months could you last without working? So it's an interesting view on time, and it also made me realize the importance of us having clarity, of not only us but including me, no, of having clarity with how much is it that you need for you to have financial freedom, meaning if you already have this certain amount of money, you no longer have to work for the rest of your life. I mean, you can still work, but you are working because you want to and not because you have to. So that's the first point. I hope it made sense for you. And the second point is, when it comes to money is equivalent to time, just like most people, as of today, by the time I'm recording this, I'm like most people in the sense that I trade my money. I not trade my money. I trade my time in order to gain more money, and that's where most people find themselves, including me. I'm still at that level. But what I've learned from one of my mentors as well is to use leverage, meaning create systems, hire people, delegate, etc., so that you can reach a point in your life wherein you are still earning money without you having to trade your time for it. So this a good example of this would be business owners. Business owners have systems, they hire people, they delegate. So even if they're no longer working, they are still earning money. So yep, that's actually it for today's video. I hope this was of value to you, and if you have any questions or clarifications, because I'm quite sure that some of my points here were a bit blurry. If you have any clarifications or anything you'd like to know, just comment it down below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again in our next video. Peace out.